it used to be that the attainment of a college education was sort of your ticket to success in this country. Oh, you went to college, oh, you'll be successful. Now there are people that, question that value proposition for the money. How do you feel about that sentiment today? And how do universities make sure that they are really catering to the needs of society, which is changing?
I actually do not find fault at all. There are some academics who do bristle at anyone even questioning that. To me, it's a completely reasonable, rational question. It's about a return on investment. Think about it. It is the cost of college. It's the time you spend in college. And so to me, when I look at Penn State, I'm proud to speak about Penn State University, but I think each university, each college has to think about what is the unique value we bring. I listen and I do borrow from other places. So this comes from the US Army from many, many years ago. When I think about the value proposition of higher education, a college degree from Penn State University, I think about the essence of leadership, where they call it the knowing, being, and doing. I've reorganized it a little bit to help us articulate. Think about those three things. If it's just about knowing, learning certain things, knowing certain formulas, yeah, maybe you could do it completely online. Maybe you don't need to be in a college setting. If it's about doing, learning how to do pivot tables in Excel or some other coding or something else, maybe you could pick that up on the job. I don't fault anybody for the choices that they would make. But to me, a college has to be more. It has to be about the knowing and the doing with the being and the becoming. What have we done during the time that you are here to prepare you for success, not just in your first job, but for life? I could give you statistics. I joke, in God, I trust. Everybody else bring data. All right, so I have reams of data that people can double check on. Overall, if you look at just income and wealth production, that's one argument for higher education, right? Like, is there a return, a monetary return? There's no question. Even now with everything, if you look at what breaks people out of cycles of poverty, elevates them in terms of wealth creation, we know that a college degree is still the best bet. Whether it's joblessness, whether it's benefits, the type of job you get. But I think there are many more benefits to the individual and to society through a college degree. We know that a college graduate is much more likely to volunteer. We know that a college graduate reports higher life satisfaction. We find more citizenship behavior, running for office, serving. There are so many other things that accrue to a college degree. But I will also say, when it comes to my child, I will never forget, or someone else's child that I have the privilege of leading an institution and educating. I do think about there's nothing wrong with saying we need to make that person the most sought after talent. I still remember when I was dean of business, a father who came up to me and said, Neeli, I hope you will never forget the 3 letters I want to see after my child's name. I don't care if it's BBA, MBA, or PhD. I'd like to see JOB. Nothing wrong with that. Isn't that great? It's
Brilliant.
true. It is
so true.
So I do think that we teach students the knowing, the doing, and the being. So for example, look at the skills you all say you want as in employers: critical thinking, communication skills, cross-cultural competency. These are all things we should inculcate in our students.